Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your November 2018 Tarot and Astrology reading. So first and foremost, happy birthday to the Sagittarius that are November born. And congratulations to all Sagittarians because Jupiter is going into your sign on the 8th. And I don't know if you're really excited or not, but you should be, Sagittarius, because this is a champagne year. You get your Jupiter return once every 12 years. You know, we don't remember your last one. Maybe you're too young. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you don't remember the last one for whatever reason. Maybe you were having too good a time to remember all the stuff and you're a few memory blanks. Whatever. But Jupiter moving into your sign is magnificent. It is everything. Everything. And I want to do a little disclaimer because Mercury is going retrograde in your sign on the 16th. Just to be a little bit of a tinker because it you know, Jupiter moving into Sagittarius in the 8th and then Mercury is trying to steal the shine a week later, but that's okay. It gives you a little bit of pullback before you charge right into the greatest year of possibly your life. Now that's not an exaggeration because Jupiter is the planet of abundance. It is your ruler. So whenever Jupiter is in Sagittarius, it benefits everyone because it's so comfortable, it's so jolly, it's so jovial, but it benefits nobody greater than a Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising. So bear in mind, Sagittarius, that you should raise a glass to Jupiter's entry into your sign. I know I'm going to. I'm actually a Scorpio, and I find that Jupiter had some amazing gifts to me over the last year that I couldn't believe. So Jupiter will give you gifts in different forms, rubbing arms with VIPs, having opportunities to travel, having opportunities to win, having opportunities to follow your dreams. Okay? This is your year, Sagittarius. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And let's see what the cards have. Four of Wands. Beautiful. Queen of Wands. Well, that's you. What is assisting you is the Two of Wands. What's challenging you is the Four of Cups. And the outcome is the Tower. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. Ace of Pentacles underneath. Now, you guys know better than to get too bogged down in this Tower card because the Tower is all about releasing the old to begin the new. It is breaking down the structures that are not working to make way for that which is. So basically what this wants you to know, Sagittarius, is that you're not to move into your season, into Jupiter's season, living a lie. You can't move in building false foundations. We can see the home here. This is the home setting. 4th house energy for Sagittarius is Pisces. Mars is actually going to be moving into Pisces in 2 weeks. I think it's the 15th of November, and then Mercury goes retrograde in your sign on the 16th, and Venus goes direct on the 16th in Libra, which is of course your 11th house of communications. So that being said, Mars moving into your home sector, it may be the opportune time to consider what your housing situation is like. Now I say this because with the Tower here and the Four of Wands, I can't help but feel like you're building an incorrect structure with something, or your standards are too low or unrealistic on the flip side, because Jupiter's a very large, expansive energy. So you have the ability to think big. With the Four of Wands and the Tower, you might be thinking small, or you may be undervaluing a property or living situation, and you need to set the bar a bit higher in order to gain that pentacle that you so rightfully deserve with Jupiter. This is the gift card. So the Ace of Pentacles is all about getting a gift from the universe and from Jupiter, which is going to give you a gift undoubtedly. So when you enter this season, Sagittarius, consider that Ace of Pentacles. What do you want that gift to be? Because some of you with the Four of Wands, it could be a family, it could be a relationship, it could be marriage, it could be a home, it could be a celebration, it could be an engagement, it could be a baby, it could be anything. You know, everyone is completely entitled to have their own wish and their own dream. And Sagittarius, you're very open and you're very direct, but you don't have to share that dream with everybody if they're going to rain on your parade. Do you know what I mean? Because the Four of Cups is here in the challenge position, and I feel like somebody has rained on your parade, and it is, you know, affecting the way you view your wish. You're sort of, you know, you get the idea, and you feel the idea, and you get excited, and then somebody says, but that's not gonna happen. I remember making a bucket list of places that I wanted to travel, and my roommate at the time looked over to see what I was writing, and she said, that's not likely. It immediately took me out of my little zone that I was in, thinking of all these amazing places in the world that you can go, and how lucky we are to live in a world where, you know, you can move around. You don't have to be stuck. But instantly somebody took me right out of that zone. And I think with the Four of Cups, you're dealing with people that are maybe trying to rain on your parade a little bit. Bear in mind, Jupiter in Scorpio has offered you luck in the areas of forgiveness, because 12th house energy is about forgiving. So there may be somebody in your past you want to forgive and move on from. Could be a fire sign as well, because the Queen of Wands is here. She could be an Aries or a Leo or a fellow Sagittarius. It could be a breakdown in marriage. You could have had some devastating news during Jupiter in Scorpio. And it's not necessarily to do with the Jupiter transit of Scorpio, but the 12th house does indicate some level of darkness in certain areas. As well as that, we have, well, you've had your Saturn return. So planetary wise this year, most of the Mercury retrogrades, in fact all of the Mercury retrogrades have been in fire signs, so that may have been the issue. So that being said, Sagittarius, I want you to know that you don't have to settle for people's limitations. Don't settle for anyone else's limitations, because with Jupiter going into your sign, the onus is on you to think bigger, because not everyone's gonna. You know, you could be dealing with somebody who is a really small thinker. You know, they think you have to have small dreams, small ambitions. And I see it all the time. Like sometimes when I say, you know, there's great things happening in the cards, and someone will say, nothing great ever happens. You know, you want to reach out to that person and say, it will, you know, if you just, you know, have faith, keep heart or whatever, and people just be like, no. And you can't really set somebody else's mindset. Do you know what I mean? So if you can't make somebody else feel better, why would you let somebody else make you feel smaller? Do you know? Five of Swords. There could have very well have been discord within the family, Sagittarius, over the last year, or in your friendship circle. Queen of Swords here, it could be with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Queen of Cups is in the positive position, so water sign energies, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces are enhanced. Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups are in the challenge position, so you could be holding a grudge. The world, the end of destruction and a brand new cycle. Perfection. Okay, so Six of Pentacles underneath is all about that money, all about that coin. Sorry, Sagittarius, I dropped some of the cards, went down the back of this, so I had to go get them. It could be about that money, you know, receiving money, receiving gifts. As I say, the Six of Pentacles, it's very generous energy, somebody helping out the less fortunate. You may be in that position over the next year to help people that need financial assistance or your attention or time. The World and the Tower together, that is something. The World is all about successful completion, so something which seemed to have crumbled has been replaced with a World card. That's amazing. That is a completely new cycle. So this Five of Swords momentum we have here is being wrapped up with a nice little bow, and you're beginning that new Jupiter cycle. Okay, so Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, somebody may have rejected you or hurt you, and you're getting just about tired of feeling that rejection, holding on to that rejection, or feeling that that spite from the person. Maybe somebody, as I say, rained on your parade and you feel a little bit hurt towards it. Jupiter leaving your 12th sector is asking you to let that go. Let it go, release it. You know, with the Queen of Cups in your positive position, there's this compassion. There's actually, you know, fixed sign energies coming up here with the World card, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. It all seems to be coming up here quite strongly. But I'm seeing with the Five of Swords and the Four of Wands that you may have been going through this discord, and that you're feeling like you were fighting a losing battle in some area of your life. It could have been actually with sisters or females in your life. because the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands can represent being surrounded by females, and we have the Queen of Cups here. So you're surrounded by women. For a lot of you, it's your female relationships which seem to be taking center stage. So with Venus retrograding in Libra, which is your 11th house, which can actually rule social media for me. You may be hearing from old friends, old school friends in particular, old relationships, old college mates, whatever. The onus is on hearing from females though. 8 of Pentacles, okay. Ah, the 7 of Swords. There was some trickery going on, Sagittarius, so I can see why you want to move forward. Yes, there is something from the past you're holding on to too tightly and you need to find a release to it. And the Death card indicates that you're gonna. And the 6 of Wands shows this victory momentum. Now, I know that people are very scared of the Death in the Tower. But if you were to continue on this path, you wouldn't get the World card. You wouldn't get the 9 of Pentacles, right? What this is, Sagittarius, is the Death card indicates letting go of that which no longer serves us. The Death card only comes in to end things that don't work, especially when it's with the Tower, right? So the Tower card is all about building an unstable and unsteady foundation which cannot last. And when it comes up, it's showing you that you're not doing this right. You know, you're either thinking too small or, as I say, thinking too ambitious too soon. And with the Tower card, it wants you to stop and start over again. Especially with the World and Death card, it really wants you to stop and start and do a better cycle, okay? Sagittarius, this is not a warning per se, but it's letting you know that the past is no longer serving you. Because you're not moving forward if you're holding on to the past. Jupiter is determined to give you the best run possible. And if you go into it focusing on what could have been or nostalgia and you can't see a better way forward, you're not going to be happy. You're not going to enjoy it. The World card is smack bang in the middle to let you know there's a bigger plan. There's a bigger picture. There's bigger successes. You need to think bigger than what it is that's in your past that you thought was so wonderful. You don't have to continue on thinking this is the only option. Or you don't have to continue on thinking this is the only way it's ever going to be, because it's not. There's actually dramatic change here, but it's dramatic change to free you up for something which serves you. And for a lot of you, I don't think this is the crumbling of a current relationship. I think it's simply releasing a burden from the past which is no longer helping you in any way. In fact, I don't think it was ever helping you in any way, to be honest. Forgiving someone from the past seems to be crucial, and it's not for them, it's for you. The 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups is assistance in a way that you are going to be more successful this way. You're choosing a new path and you're going to be the best version of yourself, especially if your moon or rising is in a water sign. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Especially if it's Scorpio, actually. I think a lot of Sagittarians have Scorpio in their chart, so this is maybe why this is coming up. But there is a new cycle beginning, one which gives you a new lease of life with the Death card. I mean, the 6 of Wands is underneath. And how amazing is that? That's victory, that's success. I'm going to draw one more card for the Death card because I don't ever like leaving it just there. As much as I know and understand the card, I know that it makes people a bit nervous. So I don't want to leave... Ooh. Yep. Wheel of Fortune and the 7 of Pentacles. Jupiter's cycle. Jupiter's spin cycle. Fate is a changing, especially financially. You're gonna start to see things grow and finally releasing this what could have been. What is coming is what is better than what is gone. Okay? 9 of Swords. Don't stress yourself out thinking that things should have worked out another way. They were never going to work out that way. That's why they didn't. Okay? You're headed for something much more successful, much more exciting with Jupiter. Wheel of Fortune. Jeepers. Woohoo. Goodness. I almost feel like Jupiter wants to give you all the cards. I'm going to accept these. Just going to see what we've got. Sagittarius. Expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Leap of faith. Take a risk. Put your heart's true desire into action. And Mother Earth, the World card, Mother Earth. You're being called to help with environmentalism. Be strong. You're stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Expect a miracle, guys. Take a leap of faith and expect a miracle. You're jumping into a much better cycle. This is very exciting, Sagittarius. Release the old, embrace the new, and think big, okay? Don't let anybody else make you think small. Don't let past experience make you think small. You have a lot of power for the rest of the year to manifest the things you want. Focus and concentrate on what they are. We have a new moon in your sign in December, which we will talk about in the December reads too. But that doesn't mean you have to start thinking then. You can start thinking now. So get pen and paper, jot down your main things, focus on the main Jupiter wish that you want, and I will talk to you guys in the mid-November reads.